Hi, I'm Will Daly. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my experience as a teacher, social justice, and a little bit about something I read which was really cool. So, come with me and let's kind of go on this journey together. Social justice is really important for me to have in my class. I try to bring it in or be at least aware of kind of some situations throughout all my teaching. Some places are a little bit easier to do than others. I was born into a upper middle class, I'm white, obviously, cisgender male, married to female, technically landowning. So like, in terms of privilege, like, I won. Woo! Congratulations. There's a quote by an old NFL coach, Barry Switzer, that basically says, like, some people are born on third base and think or spend their whole life thinking that they hit a triple. Be aware of the situation you find yourself in. Like, you were incredibly blessed with the family that brought you into this world, but just don't think that I'm awesome and I'm killing it because like I was born with these privileges. It's always kind of been something that's been in the back of my mind throughout my life, being aware that like my accomplishments, while they are my accomplishments and I did succeed in things, sometimes necessarily I had some privileges or advantages that others might not have, and it's always been just something that I wanted to be aware of. Luckily for me, and because of my privilege, growing up I was able to go through some schools that were a little bit different than the standard like public school system, but it wasn't until I actually started doing school where I learned woodworking as an interesting path to kind of engage people and kind of just that almost culture hangout space of like, hey, making, which is now what it's kind of more term that's accepted as makers, and kind of finding a maker space and being able to build things. For me now, making is the majority of my classes. Where I teach, we get to do more hands-on classes where we can build things. Students learn science through doing, not necessarily just experiments, but like I teach younger kids things like science through Star Wars, where we learn like how things work in the Star Wars universe versus how they work in the real universe. And for me, like with the readings and everything we kind of learned in this module, like getting people excited, I feel like kind of sidesteps some of the hardships you might come by just lack of diversity. But if you get someone excited about it, it's kind of the opportunity to walk hand in hand through an experience. So for my article this week, I read this article that took place in Turkey where they took a bunch of people that were outside of college age in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and gave them the opportunity to learn woodworking and get to work with a master woodworker and kind of learn different tools, trades, and technology. In the article, it kind of goes around a little bit the oppressor and oppressed issue by kind of selling it like it was a master and apprentice relationship, which is just an oppressor and the oppressed. In this type of relationship, the oppressed is trying to learn from the oppressor and kind of work together to basically rise that person up. And it kind of makes a conscious decision in the oppressed to work with the oppressor to learn, which is what we're trying to do with these kids. So if you kind of can sell it as like a project and there's a vision someone has in their head, and you have the skill set and the knowledge to have them achieve that vision, it's not necessarily teaching from an oppressor standpoint, it's more of teaching from a guidance standpoint. And that's kind of something, looking back on my whole career, it's kind of been this get people excited about things I'm excited about and get them passionate about it so that they like want to be involved in the thing I'm either selling or trying to do. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you guys next week.